Hi, this is Kathy from Divining Perspective. Today I'm going to be doing something very different from my channel compared to what I usually do. And that is giving a different perspective on what the controversy was surrounding the Bonestone Earthflesh Tarot. And I do have my dog with me. I can't guarantee that he won't bark at squirrels. So if he barks at squirrels, I do apologize. Just wanted to warn you of that because he is outside with me. It's a beautiful day today. Now, she does have an apology video out, but again, I don't think it really addresses what the real issues were surrounding this deck. And so I would just want to give a backdrop before I think the main event in regards to this kind of kicked everything off. This deck was supposed to be sent December of 2018. It was a pre-order on Etsy, so it wasn't like a Kickstarter where, you know, Kickstarter, they indicate you might not get this product. It was Etsy. Some people pre-ordered in 2017, some people pre-ordered in 2018. I was one of the people who pre-ordered in 2018. I was able to pick up a second deck in the remaining decks that were put up this year. And and again, with the backdrop of everything, February 26, 2019, she indicates we're going to print. She's going to pay the money and ship in 6 weeks. That did not happen. And that was about 4 months after when it was supposed to be, you know, going out. Then about 7 months later, September 17th of 2019, I do have notes because I want to make sure I touch all the issues I want to touch. And she indicates she's ready to press print again. September 17th, 2019. Never goes to print. January 20th, 2020, so another 4 months. Going to print in February, she says. And it's funny because at this time, I had a friend who doesn't do tarot, but I was telling her about, you know, everything going on and how it's supposed to be sent in December 2018. She's like, you're never going to get that deck. It's a scam and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, you know, it's through Etsy. She has already established tarot reading business. So I think she's, you know, I'm concerned about when I'm going to get it, but I'm sure she's going to follow through on this. And there was also the COVID at that time, but again, you know, and she had past experiences with family and environmental things, so there was a lot going on, but people were understanding. She mentioned she did have some people bullying her about like her house and things like that and just being cruel to her, but in this group, never saw that. Then after the event happened that I'm going to bring up shortly, in July after the event, she finally pressed print, and you know, she did have all these things going on, but she does mention in one of her videos that she had to borrow money to get this project completed. And it came off as very much like she's doing us a favor. It's coming out of her pocket. But if it's coming out of your pocket, especially when you've collected money from us for this and for the shipping, it seems like either you extremely miscalculated how much money you needed, or extremely miscalculated how much money that you collected you should have held, and then you were behind that much where you needed to borrow to get this project completed. But it was always coming across as, you know, she's doing us a favor. And it's like, no, you got this money because we were supposed to get a deck. It's not doing us a favor. It's doing yourself a favor, or your family member doing you a favor, helping you get this project completed. And don't get me wrong, as a business person, I've done photography and art shows and stuff like that. I've done art shows where I've done booth fees, and I have not made my booth fee back. I have lost money too, so I understand that can happen where you don't make money off of something, or you miscalculate how much you're going to make and things like that. But given the amount of money she collected, sorry, my throat is dry from talking. Lost my train of thought a little bit here, but I'll go on to the next part because I think I pretty much said what I needed to say there. I know a lot of people were feeling like they couldn't speak up for fear of losing their deck. And I was even one of those people who didn't want to, you know, ask questions and things like that, because I didn't want her to be like, oh, well, here's your money back. I wanted that deck. I wanted the deck because of the artwork. I want to make that clear. The main reason I got this deck, or pretty much the only, at first I was like interested in the book too and stuff like that, but I wanted the artwork. That was the main reason I wanted this deck. And anytime people asked questions, they started getting berated about it. I would say at this point it wasn't too bad. But here's where everything kind of just blew up. And on June 6, 2020, she says she's going to close the group. And you know, people, it's like, oh, we're going to get the deck and things like that. At what point do we have a right to start questioning whether or not we're actually going to get the deck, when she said 1, 2, 3 times that we're going to get the deck, we're ready to press print, never press print, and now she's closing the group? It did come off as shady. Maybe that wasn't her intentions, but you know, it was not a good optics, I guess you could say. I actually started sending messages to people who were showing concerns, and for a group to have where people could still talk about their concerns about the deck. Since she was going to close it down, I wanted a place for people who were concerned, not the people berating people, but the people who were concerned, to be able to still discuss this deck. Now, I want to read the message I was sending to people, because I was messaging people individually who I, saw speaking up now about this deck when she said she was going to close it. The message I said was, hey, just a heads up, I made a group for those who have reasonable concerns about the delays. You are welcome to join, and I gave the name and the link. That group was a hidden group because, I didn't want her coven members, her friends and all that to be berating these people. I wanted a space where these people felt safe enough to speak up and speak out about their concerns without being, chastised. And granted, we always knew that there's probably somebody from her side who, got in there and was feeding information back to her, and we'll go into that later. But notice how there's no mention of a fraudulent deck in that statement that I texted to people. Yeah, no statement about fraudulent deck. So at this point, when she does that, again, everything kind of blows up. People really start to have concerns and actually start to speak up and speak out. I see people getting berated and, chastised for speaking up about their concerns. So I decided, hey, if she decides to cancel my deck, so be it. I'm going to speak up and speak out too. And the people defending her got way worse. All of a sudden it was like, it's only $100. It's not just $100 to some people. Telling people that they should, just get a refund. I don't want a refund. I want the deck. And there was a lot of people who I'm pretty sure were like, get a refund, because they were hoping to get the deck and were sticking up for her because they were hoping to get the deck. It's human nature. I probably would be doing the same thing if I was in that position where I wanted a deck that has gorgeous artwork and, came in late to the game, so to speak. There are people who are starting to bring up COVID and Black Lives Matters, and you should be off the internet and doing that and sticking up for that, and there's bigger things in life right now. And as though the people who were talking about this deck weren't already, already dealing with COVID and Black Lives Matter. And not only that, the people who are telling them about it, hey, you're on the group texting too, or typing, and you could be doing it too. Instead of typing in that group, you too could be going out there and doing Black Lives Matter and COVID, concerned about COVID and things like that. And it's just it was unmonitored, and it took a lot of time before, thankfully, Anna, I think, was the first one to pretty much step in and start telling people, hey, everybody, has a right to their opinions. Don't be berating people for their opinions, things like that. But it's something that Avalon should have probably done a long time ago. But she let it go on, and there's more to that too about why I think that was going on for so long, is because she was happy with it. Not happy, but she was allowing it to go on. So one of the things that was also happening within the group is that there was people fighting over when it was supposed to come out. Oh, it's supposed to come out December 2019. And the banner shows December 2019. It didn't always say December 2019. So people were even having to fight that. And a coven member of hers leaked a video where she's saying it was December 2019. So she made a video where, you know, I think it was titled something like, she made a mistake. She apologizes. She said, and it does happen where sometimes we make a mistake on the date and things like that. But there's actually 2 videos where she's actually saying December 2019. So she's giving this false information to her coven members. So they think we're being impatient because it's only been this short amount of time when it's been a lot longer time than what she was indicating. There was actually part of the video there was a longer part of the video where she said she wanted to be a heavy hitter too, but she didn't want to tarnish her reputation and stuff like that. So it seems like that's pretty much why she was letting people berate the people with concerns, because she couldn't do it herself. And I'm sorry if it's really hard to see me now because of how the sun is going. And you know, and then she brought up my group that I created for people to discuss the fraudulent deck. That's what they did. And it's like, it's not going to be fraudulent once you get it in your hands now, is it? And it's like, no, it was a group to discuss the concerns about how long it was taking and the fact that you're closing a group all of a sudden and deleting pretty much everything. And then it got to the point where maybe she would archive it and whatnot. But no, it was never to discuss a fraudulent deck. Not to mention, remember I was telling my friend how it wasn't a scam, we're going to get the deck. But yeah, we were discussing a fraudulent deck. Not. Another interesting thing, she herself starts bringing up Black Lives Matter and COVID and all that stuff and berating and chastising people about how there's Black Lives Matter going on. It's like, hello, I live in the United States. I'm well aware of this. Thank you very much. And it's funny because she has a video out there where she's talking about how she doesn't want to be pushed to, you know, support causes and things like that. But it's funny how when you're making a video about how you made a mistake, you're quick enough to bring up Black Lives Matter then to use it against other people and try to chastise them and into, you know, feeling bad. But no, that ain't gonna work. I can't remember if I said this, but there was 2 videos where she actually was saying it was December 2019, not 2018. People are being called selfish for not wanting another one or more printed. But I wonder if a whole bunch of people enter into agreement of, hey, you know, give me this money and this is what your expectations are. You're going to get this deck. But now all of a sudden, because you come in, you didn't get the deck. Now you want everybody to forego their expectations for you to get a deck. How is that not selfish? Feel free to let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. I'm always open to hear how that is not selfish. And to me, that's selfish. Heck, I'll even say that's selfish too, you know? And then, oh yes, there was other tarot creators started jumping in, supporting her, defending her and things like that. There was some who backed off once, you know, a lot of us explained what was going on within the group and how people were being chastised and shamed because they were asking questions and stuff like that, and now showing concerns because she's going to close the group. Heck, there was one creator who said publicly she wanted to punch people. Lovely. Okay. I think she did apologize for that later, and I know we all get heated, but and it's like, oh, people are bullying Avalon, but yeah, you're gonna punch people. Now I'm getting close to the end here. Now she did make a recent video where she's like, she delivered, she apologized, and now she thinks the negative reviews are bullying. No, they're the consequences of how you've handled this to date and still continue to handle it. She mentions the group where they're a private group. It's not a private group for reviews. The group for reviews says you can do 1 to 5 stars reviews for the group, and it was created for those people who ordered from, actually I think pretty much anybody can comment because it's a public group. But the person who created the group wanted a group, and they can correct me if I'm wrong. Just let me know, message me directly, and I can correct it, I guess, in the comments or something. But you know, they created the group for those people who ordered in December of 2000, or not December, they ordered in 2017 and 2018, who, because of Etsy's guidelines, they can't even leave a review. So you're getting all these positive reviews, but most of the people who actually had the biggest frustration and concerns don't even get to leave a review. So they created that. Again, it's public. You can find it. And it says you can leave 1 to 5 stars. It doesn't say you have to leave a negative review. There was a comment about how, you know, people were told to buy something small on her shop and leave a negative review. Like, we're calling to arms for people to go to her page, leave a negative review, and she's making it sound like that's what we're doing, but no, somebody commented that, you know, if you've ordered the deck in 2017, 2018, you can't leave a review. Maybe you can purchase something small so you can get a chance to actually review and leave a review, because Etsy won't let you do review something that's over the date, that over a certain time frame. So that's what it was about. It wasn't about to attack Avalon or bully Avalon, because again, giving negative feedback and on how she handled things, her customer service, mismanagement of funds some way, somehow, we have a right to say how we feel about that, and it's not bullying. And she's starting to get sue happy in the most recent comment about how she's going to sue the person who created that page and sue the people who are leaving reviews, that they have a right to leave and review. I mean, they, you know, purchased a deck and they want to be able to leave a review. So it's ridiculous. And in this newest video she brings up, she talks about how she got kicked out of a witchcraft group. And now, yeah, I can completely understand if you have a group that you created, you make other people admins, and they kick you out. Ooh, I would be upset and frustrated too about that, especially if I created the group. I've heard some people say that she actually didn't create the group, that you know, if somebody else created it, she took it over, that kind of thing, things like that. That's all I'm hearing these things. But regardless, if it was something she felt was hers and then they kicked her out, I would be frustrated too. But I do hear that people are saying that, and she said it's her revenue and stuff like that. And it was funny because I noticed the page comments are like, you know, no marketplace and stuff like that, but it's a revenue for her. Well, if it's no marketplace, how are you getting the revenue? And I guess the main thing was that she was, there was issues brought up with somebody bringing up racist comments on their own page. And she was claiming that she couldn't do anything about it because it's free speech and it's her business. So she, you know, she has to be careful about free speech because of her business page. And her business and things like that. It's associated with their business. So she's doing, mind you, she's doing this live video talking about this whole issue. Who knows if it's going to be taken down, but she's talking about this free speech. Remember that. And somebody is commenting. They copy pasted their review and made some comments about how they feel, how she's handling this deck and things like that. She berates them in the video and yells at them, which we probably would all do that. If somebody's coming at us, it's human nature. We would, you know, say something back. But the thing is, this is her public persona page. It's part of her business, and she had no problem deleting that person's comments. Free speech went out the window there. She had no problem removing it, but when it's somebody's racist comments on their own personal page, she can't do anything about it. Okay, it's a little bit different, but at the same time, you would think if it was such a big, scary issue on her personal page, she wouldn't have been removing that other person's comments because of free speech. So it's just, you know, it keeps going on and on and on, and hopefully we all can move on from this. I'm definitely looking forward to just enjoying my deck because I enjoy the artwork. And I think because of the fact that the artist who created the deck or the pictures is separate from the person who created the book. And yes, I know Anna said that, you know, Avalon had say in it. I know other people had say in some of the cards too. I think that's how I'm able to separate and still enjoy this deck, is because I look at it as, and I've said this before, I look at it as more as Anna's deck, and that way I can actually enjoy this deck. Before all this began, I was actually wanting to maybe get a reading from Avalon, like purchase a reading through her Etsy page, but after seeing how she's handled the things, and she'll apologize and stuff like that, but then all of a sudden it turns to berating people, saying she's bullied, things like that. And it's just like the way this has been handled time and over again, it's just like, no thank you, I don't want a reading. Thank you, but no thank you. I wish you the best, but no thank you. And I think I even heard that they were saying she was going to archive the other group, the witchcraft group, and that's why they ended up doing what they were doing. So, and it's like you were going to do that with the Bonestone too, so it seems like a pattern here. But, you know, I love the deck for the artwork. I'm going to enjoy it for that. And I wanted to just, you know, speak up and give a different perspective on what the real controversy was surrounding the Bonestone. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day.